Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or you may know me as Donald of Zephyr Wargames. Bring you a sort of special video in which I would like to discuss about the newly announced Madolche Puddincessoeur. So this was recently announced, and I've just had to make myself some proxies. These are paper proxies. For just to test the card out, and I have to say, as a Madolche player, this card is broken. So for those who don't know, its effect is as it reads, and you can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. So first effect is, if you have no monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Its second effect, if this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Madolche monster from your hand or deck, except herself, and also reduce the level by 1. Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Madolche monsters. And its third effect, just like all the other Madolches, if this card in your possession is destroyed by opponent's card or by battle, or by card effect, and sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle this back into your deck. So, first off, this is undoubtedly a beautiful and brilliant card to have. This essentially allows you to make use of your Puddincessoeur plays, and this video I'll be covering some of my 2-card OTKs that I managed to find out, and yeah, that's really it is. So I'm going to start off, the first one that was probably most noticeable is you have Puddincessoeur and Angeli. So you start off with a special summon your Puddincessoeur, and she will then special summon your Puddincessoeur. Now this is at a start off, for those who don't know, in my earlier plays of Madolches, I did try using a Star Changer, and the idea was you reduce Puddincessoeur's level by 1, and so that you can use Chocolate Mode's effect 3 times. Now, since Puddincessoeur kindly does that and special summons her out from your deck, just like so, she basically just does what was a 4-card combo into just 2 cards. So now you go into just normal summon your Angeli, and you don't want to link yet or XYZ yet, because you do want to make Sistart straight out first. So you tribute Angeli, special summon your Hoot Cake, and then you use Hoot Cake, target Angeli, and banish and special summon your Messenger Gelato. Now, effect of Messenger Gelato, he will add your Madolche Chateau to hand, and then this is where you will link into your Sistart. So Sistart now plays a more predominant role to your combos, and then you will then overlay your Puddincessoeur, who's now at level 4, to then go into your Queen Tiramisu, and then straight into Chocolate mode. Now, many people actually don't know, who don't play Madolches, don't actually know that Chocolate mode, it's a second effect to detach and special summon, isn't once per turn. So you use Chocolate Mode's first effect, shuffle one Madolche back into your deck. So here's your deck as it is. Shuffle back Messenger Gelato or Hoot Cake just to start off her effect. And by doing so, you can detach and special summon one or the other. It really doesn't matter, but generally I would always go for Hoot Cake, because you then shuffle back in, Chocolate Mode would then detach to then special summon out Hoot Cake. Now, reason why you choose for Hoot Cake, or you can actually go for Crosson in this play, is that you do just want to have it beast on the field. I go for Hoot Cake so you don't have to run Crosson in your build, and it just makes plays and better with or without him, Crosson. So then, with your Chateau in hand, you then activate your Chateau, and this will shuffle back your Tiramisu back into your deck, and Messenger Gelato back into your deck, which will then trigger Chocolate Mode again. So by detaching, you then special summon out Messenger Gelato. Using Messenger Gelato again, you can then add, what I would do is add a second Chateau from your deck to hand. And by doing so, you then activate your second Chateau and then shuffle back your Puddincessoeur back into your deck and use Chocolate Mode again, detaching and special summoning out your Messenger Lato. Messenger Lato would then add you your ticket, and then you'll be allowed to just activate onto the field. Then with your two Messenger Latos, you can overlay to make your Queen Tiramisu, and then use her effect to then detach and then shuffle 2 cards your opponent controls. So usually I would target your Messenger Lato and Chateau back into your deck, which will then trigger Ticket, and then Ticket will then allow you to choose a Madolche, but because you control Fairy, you special summon out. Messenger Lato will then grab back your Chateau. And then to top it all off, you can then rank on top Queen Tiramisu with a Chocolate Mode. So that's like the first combo, first 2-card combo essentially, just Puddincessoeur and Angeli. And with that, you still have, assuming you go second, which is all the combos will be showing. And assuming you don't get hand trapped in any given point, you'll have 4 other cards in your hand, and then you grab back your Chateau, meaning you'll still have a hand of 5 at the end of this combo. So yeah, just like that, the deck is just so much better to be played now pure with the new card. So the next few combos actually involve you having Chateau in hand. So this one I will demonstrate as Chateau and Angeli, and so I will now reset the board. So you start off your Angeli, and she will tribute and special summon out your new Puddincessoeur, and then she will special summon out your Puddincessoeur like so. And then instantly this will then go into your Tiramisu and then Chocolate Mode. So what you want to do here is activate Chateau, which will then shuffle back Angeli. Use Chocolate Mode's effect to then detach and special summon Hoot Cake to your side of the field. Hoot Cake will then target Queen Tiramisu, banish and special summon out Messenger Lato. Now Messenger Lato will then activate its effect, add back your second Chateau. You activate your second Chateau and then use Chocolate Mode's effect, first effect this time round. Then shuffling back the Chateau, you can then detach and special summon out another Messenger Lato to your side field. Once again, you can then add, using Messenger Lato, add back the same Chateau that you just shuffled back in, and then activate it again. By doing so, you then shuffle back your Puddincessoeur, and then using Chocolate Mode again to then detach and special summon out your third Messenger Lato. Then with your third Messenger Lato, you can add your ticket and then activate it. Then from here on, it's basically a simple case of you can just link your Hoot Cake and Chocolate Mode, make your Sis Tart, overlay into your second Queen Tiramisu, use her effect, detach, target up to 2. So in this case, I would go for Chateau and Messenger Lato because your Messenger Lato is all out, and then shuffle back in and use Ticket's effect. This time you can go for an Angeli just so you can add it to your hand when you go into your third Tiramisu, and then detach and shuffle 2 more back in. So, I mean, you can either go with Angeli, you can actually even go with Puddincessoeur. This being that you choose whichever you want to have in hand. I guess in most cases, and when the end result is going to be, it's best to go with Puddincessoeur because you can then shuffle 2, your Chocolate Mode, and then you go rank on top on your Chocolate Modes and shuffle the add back the 2 remaining cards in your graveyard back to hand, thus leaving you still 8,000. And then if your next turn, you know, you can still go off with Puddincessoeur if need be the next turn. You know, if they stay on the board, and etc. like so. So Yep, so that's just Angeli and Chateau. So, next, as mentioned, this time we'll have Chateau and Madolche to hand. So, this is probably going to be relatively similar, but with these two cards in hand, you normal summon your Madolche and effect to search your new card, Puddincessoeur. She will then special summon out herself, and in this case, she will special summon out Angeli for this point, time round. Now, reason being is that you actually want to go into actually, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, you want to go into Angeli first, because if you went into Puddincessoeur, there's nothing to then shuffle back in. So then you use Angeli's effect to then get out your Hoot Cake, and then Hoot Cake will then banish this special summon of Messenger Lardo. Now with that, effectively, you grab your ticket from your deck to hand. And if you were to play on, so it's 38, be 79. This is where you can then link into your Sistart. So you can play your Chateau first, link into your Sistart, make into Queen Tiramisu. I'm trying to figure this. I'm pretty sure I had this somehow. Play a ticket. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. And then use Queen Tiramisu, shuffle 2, and then special summon 1 out. Your Puddincessoeur. And rank on top, you add this back into your deck, so that still be. I mean, that's 7-3. Must have misplayed somewhere. Apologies for that, but yeah, still, even with just that, you can still shuffle 2 with Madolche. So wait, Madolche summons. Let me just grasp this back. Usually it ends with that. Let's see. Trying to figure out how I did this. So I go 1, 2, link. Special summon, activate Shadow, shuffles back in, detaches. I mean, that would be 2k, 2k, 2, 3, effectively 2, 3, 2k, 6, 3 plus 19, so that is 82. So, in a way, that is, oh yeah. That's what I remembered. This the Madolche Chateau combo generally is like your sort of the worst of the two. It doesn't provide any shuffles, but it does produce you 8,000 damage onto the board. I mean, yeah. I think even with just 2, 1, 19, that's 4k, that's 8k there, and then being able to search with Messenger Lardo is all there. And then if need be, main 2 you can just overlay afterwards. But yeah, like the Madolche Chateau combo is sort of like a really bare bones way of just to deal out 8,000 damage. And the last 2 card OTK I would like to show you is the good old faithful Mewtwo and Angeli combo. So before Master rule hit, Mewtwo and Angeli was our bread and butter combo to get out your Levia, finish on your Levia, and finish on your Tiramisu, whilst adding back your Mewtwo and Angeli back to hand and with Chateau on the field, and essentially doing 4-8 damage. Now with the new Madolche card, it goes a little bit something like this. So you move your special summons Angeli, and this is where the fun starts. So I did a previous, this is a long while ago, but I had a 4-card OTK, which basically you used in my pure Madolches, Madolche double summon Mewtwo Angeli, Muesli or Angelic and Star Changer. And the whole goal was you summon now and make your Puddincessoeur level 4 with Star Changer, and then use Chocolate Mode 3 times. Now that 4 card OTK or combo has now been reduced to a 2 card, because rather than searching for Puddincessoeur, actually searching for what you need and summoning out Puddincessoeur, Star Changer has also been removed. So with Puddincessoeur, you then special summon out your Puddincessoeur, which is now level 4, and then you just overlay. So go to Tiramisu, go to Chocolate Mode. So Chocolate Mode, effect to target Angelic, shuffles back in. You then detach Puddincessoeur, then special summons out Messenger Lardo. Messenger Lardo will then grab you your Chateau, and on activation of Chateau, you then shuffle back in and then detach to special summon. This is where you do want to go into Hoot Cake this time, and then use Hoot Cake to target Queen Tiramisu, banish and special summon. So with that, special summon Messenger Lardo again, and then use his effect. You want to grab your ticket and activate it to side field. Now we're actually going to waste the 1 extra material, so we're going to actually link off for assist top. If I remember correctly, yeah. And then you overlay into your Queen Tiramisu, and then use Queen Tiramisu's effect, detach, target Muesli and Messenger Lardo, bounce them back to your hand, trigger ticket, special summon out Messenger Lardo, and with his effect add a Chateau to hand. And then rank to finish things off, rank on top, and then shuffle back in your Chocolate Mode. So with that, you have 3k, 2k, 5k, 7k, and then 9-1 in total, with essentially 3 cards back into your hand, with your additional 4, and a target to shuffle with Sistar. So what essentially was our bread and butter combo is now an OTK combo, which is quite amazing. Now you may actually notice by now that all these combos that I've just shown does not rely on the, I guess I would say good old pal, the Brin Fusion combo. Now, while it does provide a OTK with Madolche, it also provides bricks as well. But so, as I digress, I've actually managed to have a look into using Brin Fusion, and I've managed to find this. Now, the greatest thing with the new Puddincessoeur is that you can special summon everything else that isn't Madolche before using her effect, and you can still reap every benefit that she gives. Now this also will show a triple Puddincessoeur play exclusively, in which I will now demonstrate. Admittedly, it's a 3 card combo, but these 2 would OTK by themselves anyway. So we will add in the floating Puddincessoeur, and this will be the play. So you start off with your Brin Fusion, sending your Garnet and your Trick Clown, and special summoning out your Trick Clown, taking 1000. You then extra normal summon Madolche, and then use her effect to then add Hoot Cake to your hand. Then you normal summon, well, there's your additional normal summon for the turn Hoot Cake, and use his effect to then target Garnet and banish him, to then special summon out Angelic. Next, you can link up 4 for Serija, and then use his effect to draw 4 and then put 3 cards back to the bottom of your deck. So whilst you've got like 3 other cards, you then draw 4 and then put 3 back in, and you just need a Puddincessoeur. So you might draw the Puddincessoeur because I play 3 in the deck, and then you just put them back into the bottom of the deck. So as long as you have Puddincessoeur, you're good to go. Then with Skuldred, we special summon out Puddincessoeur via its effect. Then with Angeli, you tribute, special summon out your Puddincessoeur. And then with Puddincessoeur, you special summon out your second Puddincessoeur, which is now level 4. You then overlay and make your first Queen Tiramisu, and then Chocolate a la Mode. Then with Chocolate Mode's effect, you then shuffle back in your Angeli, and then detach Tiramisu, then special summon out your third Puddincessoeur. And with that, you overlay your 2 Puddincessoeurs to make your second Chocolate Mode, and then Chocolate Mode we use second Chocolate Mode, you will then shuffle back in Hoot Cake or Madeline. This will then trigger both of them, allowing you to both detach and special summon out Hoot Cake first, and then Messenger Gelato, and then which will allow Messenger Gelato to then add Chateau to hand. And then activate Chateau. This will shuffle all your Madolches back in, like so. And then you want to use just one Chocolate Mode's effect. So you then special summon your Messenger Gelato, and he will then grab your ticket. You activate your ticket, and then you can then overlay into Queen Tiramisu. Use Queen Tiramisu to then bounce 2. Make sure to shuffle 1 back into the deck, or Messenger Gelato back into the deck, allowing you to Chocolate Mode again, to then special summon your Messenger Gelato, and then his effect will grab you another Chateau or ticket. And then to finish things off, you go into your third Chocolate Mode, use this effect to then bounce back to hand, and then proceed to battle phase. These will have gained an extra 300 attack each, so that's 3,300 times 3, plus the 2,800, plus the 2,100, and to finish it all off, 2,000 on top, giving you 16,800 damage. So this will be it where I end the video. So thank you for watching, hope you liked it, and as always guys, happy dueling!